This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, Earl Schmidt has announced his re-election bid. The Ferdinand Legion will break ground Tuesday for a Veterans Memorial. And tonight on our Monday with the Mayor segment, we hear from Ferdinand Town Manager Chris James. And in sports, Kurt Gooksell talks with Ray Howard about the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame expansion. All this and more in tonight's WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Jenna Schaffer with WJTS News. Earl Schmidt, a member of the Jasper Common Council since 2012, has announced he is seeking a third term on the council representing District 5. Schmidt, a Democrat, is a lifelong resident of District 5. He has lived on Jackson Street his entire life and has served as councilman since 2012. During his time in office, he has worked to continue the quality of life Jasper citizens enjoy. In a release, Schmidt says he has always been proud to live in Jasper. He says the community has given him many opportunities and that he wants to continue providing the services and infrastructure that residents have become accustomed to over the years. He says police and fire protection, quality roads, affordable and efficient utilities are all important. He added that the council needs to be fiscally responsible using tax dollars in an efficient manner to provide them. He says during his service as councilman, Jasper has been progressive. He says he is seeking re-election to see current projects completed and says they need to address the day-to-day services while looking at the needs of the future with a comprehensive plan. After graduating from Jasper High School in 1966, Schmidt enlisted in the U.S. Navy, serving in the Seabees, including 2 tours of duty in the Vietnam War. Upon his honorable discharge, Schmidt returned to Jasper and worked for Kimball International for 47 years in the logistics division. He says he wants to continue the success of Jasper for current and future generations. Schmidt and his wife Debbie are the parents of 5 children. They also have 12 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. He is a member of St. Joseph's Catholic Church, a life member of the VFW Post 673 in Jasper, the DAV, American Legion, and the Jasper Outdoor Rec. A Jasper man was placed under arrest over the weekend after police first received a complaint of a violation of a protective order, then getting word that the same person broke into a residence. Shortly after 2:30 Sunday morning, a complaint came to the Jasper Police Station advising police that 29-year-old Jeremy Steinhardt of Jasper violated the protection order. While paperwork was being completed by the police at the station on the protection order, dispatch received a call of a possible break-in on Cedar Crest Court on the city's southeast side. When police units arrived, contact was made with the victim, who told authorities that her ex-boyfriend, identified as Steinhardt, broke into and was inside the residence. Officers found Steinhardt inside the residence. He was arrested and was taken to and booked into the DuBois County Security Center for the protection order violation and residential entry. The Jasper Police Department received assistance from the DuBois County Sheriff's Department and the Indiana State Police. The discovery of a puppy mill in Rutherford Township in Martin County has led to the arrest of a Lagodi woman. On Thursday, the Martin County Sheriff's Office received a call from a concerned citizen advising of the active mill. An animal control officer and deputies with the Martin County Sheriff's Department went to the address to investigate the complaint. Once they arrived, officers heard dogs barking from various structures on the property and observed several dogs looking outside the windows of a home located at that location. The animal control officer approached the residence and observed several dogs running around inside, as well as a deceased dog lying on the floor. After further investigation, authorities requested and obtained a search warrant from the Martin County Prosecutor's Office for the residence and other property structures. The search warrant was granted from the Martin Circuit Court. Later Thursday evening, additional deputies from the Martin County Sheriff's Office arrived to assist with the execution of a search warrant at the home located along the 2700 block of Rutherford Road in Lagodi. Inside the residence, officers discovered several dozen dogs, many of which were locked in feces-covered cages with no food or water, and some of which were already deceased. In addition to the many dogs located on the property, officers also found other animals such as horses, mules, and donkeys that were neglected. Approximately 30 dogs were rescued during the execution of the search warrant, while several dozen animals remained on the property. 73-year-old Julia Arney of Lagodi was taken into custody. She was booked into the Martin County Jail for animal neglect and animal cruelty and was being held on a $20,000 cash-only bond. The Martin County Sheriff's Office wants to thank every volunteer from the Martin County Humane Society that assisted in the rescuing of these animals. A Springs Valley school teacher has been arrested for possession of child pornography. According to Indiana State Police, 42-year-old Carrie Buchanan of West Baden Springs turned herself into law enforcement Friday morning following a state police investigation into events that allegedly occurred in December. A state police detective presented evidence to the Orange County Superior Court, and subsequently an arrest warrant for Buchanan was issued. Buchanan allegedly had inappropriate communications with a juvenile Springs Valley student. Buchanan was booked into the Orange County Jail on a level 6 felony count of possession of child pornography. The Ferdinand American Legion, along with the Ferdinand Chamber of Commerce, plan to host a groundbreaking ceremony Tuesday, January 29th at 4:30 p.m. to kick off the Veterans Memorial Project in Ferdinand. Construction on the Veterans Memorial on Ferdinand's north side will begin this spring. It will be located near Pine Drive and visible from State Road 162 on land provided by Marine Corps veteran Leon Wire, who is spearheading the project. Plans for the memorial call for a long, narrow structure with a large stone with words of thanks for veterans, 5 smaller stones for each branch of the military, and 3 flags on the property: the U.S. flag, the Indiana flag, and the black flag for prisoners of war and those missing in action. Visitors will be able to park on the street behind the memorial and walk through it. Representation from the town and project leaders will be in attendance at Tuesday's groundbreaking to give a brief message. The public is invited to attend. The Dubois County Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors invite you to its 73rd annual meeting at Venue 1408 in Huntingburg, Tuesday, February 5th at 6:30 p.m. The conservation accomplishments of local landowners will be recognized through the presentation of the Otto J. Bauer Conservation Farmer of the Year Award and the OFS Forest Stewardship Award. Roger Sermersheim, Dubois County's 2018 River Friendly Farmer, will also be recognized. The All-New Friend of Conservation Award will be presented as well. The Friend of Conservation Award will be presented annually to an individual or corporation that makes outstanding contributions to soil and water conservation in Dubois County. Finally, the Ken McWilliams Award for Soil Judging Excellence will be presented to the county team that scored the highest at the Soil and Water Conservation District Purdue Extension Soil Judging Invitational. The annual meeting agenda includes the election of a Conservation District Supervisor. Supervisors are part of a governmental organization responsible for the wise management of Indiana's soil and water resources and the environment in which we live. Serving on the board is a great responsibility, but also is an opportunity for a person to make a difference in their county. The district also takes nominations from the floor, so any qualified person interested in serving a 3-year term may place their name on the ballot that evening. The guest speaker for the evening is Bruce Kettler, Director of the Indiana State Department of Agriculture, who will provide an update on agriculture in Indiana. The Soil and Water Conservation District's catered meal is partially sponsored by Beck's Hybrids, the German American Bank, Freedom Bank, Old National Bank, and Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company. Meal tickets are only $5. Please contact the Soil and Water Conservation District office at 812-482-1171, extension 3 by Tuesday, January 29th to make your reservation. 4 men professed solemn vows as Benedictine monks of St. Meinrad Archabbey in a ceremony this past Friday, January 25th, in the Archabbey Church at St. Meinrad. They are Brother Simon Herman, Brother Nathaniel Stizdick, Brother Joel Blaze, and Brother Gene Fish. Brother Simon is a former resident of Findlay, Ohio, and he is a graduate of the University of Dayton, earning a bachelor's degree in communication management in 2010. He worked as an associate editor for the National Office of Beta Theta Pi Fraternity from 2010 to 2011, and then at St. Meinrad Archabbey as the Director of Alumni Relations from 2011 to 2014. Brother Nathaniel is a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and a 2011 graduate of the University of Dayton with a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. He is currently a full-time student in the seminary in his first year of theology. He is also the master of ceremonies for liturgies in the Archabbey Church. Brother Nathaniel also works as an ACE certified personal trainer with the Wellness Department. Brother Joel is formerly of Mount Carmel, Illinois, and a graduate of Southern Illinois University with a bachelor's degree in English literature. He earned an associate degree at Wabash Valley College. He also studied at Ivy Tech Community College for drafting and design. Joel currently works as an assistant in the liturgical music office, as an oblate dean, as webmaster of the Swiss American congregation, and as a podcast host and composer. And Brother Gene, formerly of Poway, California, is a 2013 graduate of Sonoma State University with a bachelor's degree in anthropology. Gene is an assistant in the monastery dining room and assistant guest master in the Archabbey Church. In addition, he is learning to make stained glass windows, and he expects to complete a master's degree in theology at St. Meinrad Seminary and School of Theology in May. In professing solemn vows of obedience, fidelity to the monastic way of life, and stability in the community at St. Meinrad, the monks become full and permanent members of the Benedictine community. This reminder, officials with the Jasper Street Department are asking that all residents of the city of Jasper please have your trash and recyclable items placed at the curb no later than 7 a.m. on the day of their trash pickup. The street department says during extreme temperatures, they will be sending out 2 collection crews, splitting the route in order to limit employees' exposure to the current cold temperatures. Therefore, the trash and recycling routes will be collected earlier than usual in all areas in hopes to have employees out of the extreme temperatures prior to the noon hour. The street department would like to thank all city residents for their cooperation in regards to this matter. Now stay tuned. Monday with the Mayor featuring Ferdinand Town Manager Chris James and Sports with Kurt Gookseller next on WJTS TV 18.